I wanted to get your take on how big of a blow you think this is for prosecutors, because Attorney General Pam Bondi, she directed prosecutors to seek the death penalty here against Mangione. She characterized Thompson's killing as a, quote, premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America. And this is yet another win for Mangione's legal team. In September, they got his terrorism charges tossed, and that was in the New York State case, and that meant the first-degree murder charge was out. So is this just a case of really good attorneys, a really strong, stellar legal team, or is this a case where the prosecutors were just simply shooting for too many stars?
I think it's shooting for too many stars. I think that's really well put because look, if they had just made measured decisions based on the law and the facts at the beginning, we would be here talking about how Luigi Mangione is still facing possibly life in prison. But because they overreached on the indictment and the state prosecutor, as well as you observed back in September, got their first degree murder charge knocked down as well because it was predicated on this being an act of terrorism. So in both the state court and the federal court, it really I think what we're seeing shake out is both the federal and state prosecutors overreached and were essentially promising the public that we were going to get a death penalty case or a life without parole case. If they had just slowed down, maybe an extra day or two, done the legal research, then we wouldn't be talking about prosecutorial failures. We would just be talking about a very serious murder case marching to trial.
How much does perception here matter? Especially you're a defense attorney, you see this, you see prosecutors overreach here, and a judge saying, hey, essentially, you overreached, I'm tossing X, Y, and Z charges. How good is this for the defense?
It's great for the defense, unquestionably, because in a case with this much media attention, I don't think anyone is going to even pretend to think they're going to get a jury who hasn't heard about the case. So I think both the prosecution and defense are expecting to get potential jurors who have heard about the case. And these jurors, the kind of the predominant news items in this case has been how popular Mangione is, getting over 6,000 letters in jail and over $1 million in donated to defense, and essentially the ineptitude of the prosecution. So when you have potential jurors coming in with that as sort of the backdrop, it's, as they say, you can't unring the bell. And I think the danger for the prosecution, the challenge for the prosecution is going to be to pick a jury that doesn't allow these high-profile pretrial hearing losses prejudice them in their evaluation of the states and the government's case once the cases get to trial.